Hello, River Landing. An 8-year-old was invited to lead the closing prayer in Sunday school, and she said, "God bless our mothers and fathers, our teachers and our brothers and sisters, and please, God, take care of yourself. If anything happens to you, we're sunk." This is why Jesus gave us a model prayer, and in that prayer, we are invited to ask God for daily bread, daily sustenance, which helps us recall how God fed the Hebrews with daily manna in the wilderness and how God sustains us every day. But in the wilderness, we also learned that we don't live by bread alone. Jesus refused the temptation to sustain himself by turning stones to bread. Clarence Jordan wrote the Cotton Patch Gospel. It's a paraphrase of the gospel story as if it were set in rural Georgia. In his version of the temptation story, Satan comes to Jesus and says, "Why don't you turn these stones into pones?" And Jesus responds, "Man does not live by pone alone." Love it. It's quite a contrast, this notion about what we need today on the one hand, and our preoccupation about what we'll need next month, next year, way down the road. This is where much of our angst resides. Jesus told us we don't need to worry about tomorrow, that today's worries are enough. So he teaches us to pray about what we need today, in the present. Lent is a time to practice living in the present, but boy, it's not easy. Daily bread is what we pray for, not daily junk food, daily sustenance for our souls, not daily comfort food. Our culture tells us life is about what we can buy and possess that makes us feel alive and valuable, but it's not true. I heard about two brothers, David and Michael. They were quite different. Michael was the successful businessman in New York. David took seasonal jobs at dude ranches or parks or resorts. Michael always worried about David's welfare, so he would try to entice David to get a real job that paid more money. He tempted his brother by sending him pictures of his good life. He would send a picture labeled "my new jet ski" or "my new car." And David didn't usually respond, but finally sent his brother a poster-sized photo of the Grand Tetons. It was labeled "my backyard." God, give us what we really need for the day. Have a blessed week, my friends.